We recently got an urgent call regarding an alligator and a boa. Spoiler alert, both species were incorrect. Unfortunately, the owner was in the end stages of a terminal illness. He'd been unable to care for his animals, and his family didn't know how to care for them. We want to be very clear, negative comments about these owners will be deleted. Let's just focus on learning from this situation. Always have a backup plan for your animals if you fall ill. The first animal was the spicy Cuvier's dwarf Caiman. While this is a dwarf species, full-grown adults should still reach 4 to 6 feet long. This Caiman is 15 years old and only about 2 feet long. We got him boxed up and moved on to the next animal. The second animal is a beautiful red blood python. He is also 15 years old, and we were immediately concerned upon seeing his condition. He is very small, thin, and covered in stuck shed. He wasn't very reactive when we picked him up either, unfortunately. We headed home to get started on our intake exams. We named the Caiman Washford, and one of our first concerns was this cloudy eye. He's apparently had this issue since the owner acquired him, but we definitely want to get it looked at by our vet. In addition to being stunted and thin, his limbs have minimal muscle mass and were pretty limp upon examination. He's also missing a few toes, has some mild nose rub, and scarring from an old burn on his back. Despite all this, we're much more concerned about Drysdale, the blood python. He is extremely thin, and it looks like a rodent might have chewed on his tail. Remember, we always recommend feeding frozen thawed rodents. He was also wheezing and producing a lot of saliva. We hope this is a simple respiratory infection, but we are concerned about nidovirus, which is fatal. We got started by soaking him and doing some shed removal. He had several layers of retained shed in some areas and multiple eye caps. Blood pythons hate being restrained, so Nicole and Steven worked on him simultaneously so we could finish as soon as possible. He did have some wounds that we debrided, though some were still in the process of healing and needed to be left alone. Afterwards, we gave him a dose of antibiotics, a betadine soak, and applied some SSD cream. Our next step is to get him tested for nidovirus and get an appointment booked for both of these guys with our vet. If you're able, please consider donating towards our rescue efforts. Links are in our bio. Also in our bio is a link to dubiaroaches.com. Dubia Roaches is a feeder insect company, and they're one of the sponsors that make our rescue work possible. We get store credit every time you use our referral link, which is super helpful. We should have an update on Washford and Drysdale soon.